It was a fantasy illusion that we could make each other happy.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most shocking Hollywood whispers that later turned headlines.
Being close to Dan could mean an extra level of success.
Number 20, Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall feud. Remember all the fuss about the drama behind the scenes of Sex and the City? Well, it wasn't just gossip. While the show had all the glamour and familiarity on screen, off-screen, it was sour between Sarah Jessica Parker and Kim Cattrall.
What is your problem?
I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
During the 2004 Emmy Awards, Parker, Cynthia Nixon, and Kristen Davis all sat together, leaving Cattrall totally left out. Despite Parker always playing it cool in interviews, Cattrall finally spilled, confirming the tension. She talked about feeling straight up disrespected, and since then had made it clear she's done with the SATC crew.
I just wish that Sarah had been nicer.
But the real mic drop? In 2018, after her brother passed, Cattrall called out Parker in a brutal Instagram post, calling her a hypocrite. So, yeah, Hollywood rumors, sometimes they're true.
Kim Cattrall telling Piers Morgan that you were never friends, just colleagues.
Just heartbroken.
Number 19, Judy Lewis was Clark Gable's daughter. Vintage Hollywood had drama, and this one's wild. Back then, the rumor mills buzzed that Clark Gable fathered Loretta Young's adopted daughter, Judy Lewis. For years, it remained a gossip, and Lewis grew up clueless. It wasn't until her 30s that Lewis confronted Loretta, who finally admitted that she was indeed her mother, and Gable, her father. Turns out, Loretta and Gable had an affair during the filming of Call of the Wild, during which she got pregnant.
Oh, I wish you hadn't.
To keep it quiet, Loretta disappeared, had the baby in secret, then adopted her later. Sneaky, right? But here's the kicker. Loretta never confirmed it publicly.
Well, my mother couldn't show herself because indeed she was pregnant with me.
The truth only came out after her death, when her biography spilled the beans. It appears not all secrets stay buried forever.
And it wasn't until I was 31 that I finally did ask my mother and did hear the truth from her.
Number 18, Will and Jada Pinkett Smith's unconventional marriage. Will and Jada, let's be real, Hollywood's been buzzing and side-eyeing their marriage for years. Was it open? Were they headed for divorce? Then, in 2013, Jada fueled the rumors, saying in an interview that Will could do whatever he wanted. Yet in public, they looked picture perfect, holding hands, smiling on red carpets, and serving major power couple vibes. The charade went on until boom. In 2023, Jada dropped the bomb. They've been secretly separated and living apart since 2016.
And the beautiful part about it is like this whole journey, as difficult as it's been, has just brought Will and I closer in such an authentic way.
You think that's wild? Let's not forget the entanglement saga with August Alsina. Turns out, they were playing it cool in public while weathering a very private storm. Suddenly, those whispers didn't sound so crazy, and Hollywood once again proved that rumors aren't always just noise.
It's friendship versus marital prison.
Number 17, Bryan Singer's hostile parties. Bryan Singer's Hollywood rise had all the glitz, but something darker was lurking. For years, there were whispers about his sketchy parties with underage boys, but no one dared speak up. All that changed as 2014 hit. A lawsuit dropped, accusing him of abuse at those wild parties. Though the charges were dismissed, the rumors gained traction. As if that wasn't enough heat, Atlantic lit the match in 2019, and 4 men came forward.
Now The Atlantic reports that 4 more men are coming forward for the first time.
They claimed Singer abused them as teens, but he denied everything. Yet, the buzz didn't die down, especially after he quietly settled another assault case for $150,000 that same year. His once soaring Hollywood career took a drastic turn, and just like that, another longtime rumor proved true.
This story rehashes claims from bogus lawsuits filed by a disreputable cast of individuals.
Number 16, Mischa Barton's 2009 hospitalization. Back in 2009, Mischa Barton was hospitalized, and Hollywood got curious. The British-American TV star blamed non-stop work, travels, and a failed wisdom tooth surgery. That was just a cover. It turned out there was so much more. Years later, Mischa set the record straight. She was burnt out, depressed, and in full mental overload, so much that she threatened to end her life. Behind the scenes, she reached her breaking point, then taken to the hospital and was placed on a 5150 involuntary psychiatric hold.
I didn't want to be there, and I didn't think it was fair.
What the public thought was a mere dental mishap was really a mental health crisis in disguise. Mischa's later interviews revealed just how isolated she'd felt, proving that some rumors are just glimpses of a much deeper truth.
But an entire team of people felt that they knew best for me at that time.
Number 15, Dan Schneider's misconduct allegations. Once, Dan Schneider was the genius behind all our favorite Nickelodeon shows, including iCarly, Zoe 101, and more.
By the late 2000s, Dan had more control than pretty much any showrunner at Nickelodeon.
While he made magic on screen, it turned out his world wasn't squeaky clean. The whispers got louder. His bizarre behavior, toxic work culture, and super sus scenes involving teen actors.
For one thing, I am always trying to outdo the last thing that I did.
For years, it was just industry talk, until Quiet on Set flipped the script in 2024, making headlines. Former cast and crew came forward with heavy accusations, emotional abuse, creepy vibes, and full-blown chaos. Dan apologized for his past behavior, then clapped back with a defamation lawsuit against the filmmakers, but the internet wasn't buying it. Fans were shook, timelines flooded, and childhood memories shattered. Turns out, when rumors keep echoing in Hollywood, there's something real behind it.
So I could be cocky and definitely overambitious, and sometimes just straight up rude and obnoxious, and I am so sorry that I ever was.
Number 14. Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes' marriage. Famously called Tomcat by the media, Cruise and Holmes were Hollywood's golden couple, until they weren't. When they first linked up, it was like a dream. The PDA, their baby Suri on the way, and a fairy tale wedding in Italy. Everything seemed perfect, but behind all the glam, the rumors swirled. Word was, Holmes had been handpicked through Scientology auditions to be Cruise's next wife. It didn't end there. Allegedly, Holmes feared losing her daughter Suri to the church's Sea Org, so she hit Cruise with divorce papers in 2012. Through it all, Cruise stayed silent, but that perfect love story, it seemed like a well-calculated plot twist. It now feels like whenever Hollywood love looks too perfect, there's always a deeper script waiting to unfold. Number 13, Lindsay Lohan's substance use. In the early 2000s, Mean Girls idol Lindsay Lohan was everywhere, from paparazzi queen by day to tabloid headlines at night. Soon, rumors started flying about the booze and her party-filled lifestyle. By 2007, the talks got real. Multiple DUI arrests, drugs found in her system, and mugshots circulating.
Lohan was charged with third-degree assault.
In a later interview with Oprah, Lindsay finally admitted alcohol was her gateway to other substances. She described herself as a mess, but she committed to rehab. Her career hit a rough patch as Hollywood iced her out, branding her a liability. But she didn't fold. She owned it, got help, and started turning things around. Her raw honesty earned back respect and empathy, because beneath the headlines was real pain, and even realer resilience.
It's nice to kind of like have that experience of playing guitar and singing in the movie and acting in it.
Number 12, Woody Allen's controversial relationship. Get this. Woody Allen, once seen as just an eccentric film genius, got caught up in one of Hollywood's most jaw-dropping scandals. At first, the rumors were just whisper level, something about his weird vibe, but nothing prepared us for what was coming. In 1992, Mia Farrow, his longtime partner, found nude photos of her adopted daughter, Soon-Yi Previn, in Woody's apartment. Yep, you guessed right. They were having an affair. The media went ballistic.
The 57-year-old filmmaker and his longtime lover, Mia Farrow, broke up, and now Allen confirms he is having an affair with Farrow's adopted daughter, who's 21 years old.
Soon-Yi was just 21, and Woody 56. People were in disbelief until Woody confirmed it. Though the relationship broke the internet, in 1997, he married Soon-Yi. It may have been a love story, but it still remains Hollywood's dirtiest rumor turned headline reality.
I think eventually, as that situation got more and more serious, I would have told her about it.
Number 11, accusations against Bill Cosby. We'll be real, this one shook everyone. Bill Cosby, aka America's dad, went from beloved TV personality to front-page scandal.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Throughout the 80s and 90s, rumors about Cosby's inappropriate behavior shadowed his fame. Nobody paid attention until 2014, when comedian Hannibal Buress called him out on stage. The clip went viral, and the internet exploded. In light of this, various women stepped forward, claiming Cosby drugged and assaulted them, some cases dating back decades.
I've never seen anything like this.
In 2018, he was found guilty and sentenced, but when it felt like justice landed, his conviction was overturned in 2021 on a legal technicality. Social media lost it. Was this justice served or a failed system exposed? Either way, one thing's for sure, Hollywood skeletons always creep out of their closets.
Mr. Cosby, how does it feel to be home?
Cosby did not say a word.
Number 10. Anthony Ramos and Jasmine Cephas Jones' split. A lot of movie stars try to keep the limelight away from their personal and romantic lives, which we totally understand. But that unfortunately leads to a lot of onlookers to jump to conclusions.
You abandoned me.
Yo, what are you talking about?
You sloppy all night. You barely even danced with me.
Don't make me laugh. I've been trying all night. You've been shaking your ass for like half of the heights.
Real nice.
In 2021, In the Heights actor Anthony Ramos was reportedly spotted getting chummy with an unidentified woman at a club, despite ostensibly being engaged at the time to his Hamilton co-star, Jasmine Cephas Jones.
Me, I died for him. Me, I trusted him.
Me, I loved him.
This story was broken by a TikTok user, leading to speculation that Ramos was cheating on Jones, or that the pair was no longer together. Just a day later, however, a follow-up story broke that the two had indeed called it off sometime prior.
It's like a healer, mind over matter.
Number 9. Dean McDermott's infidelity.
I cheated on my wife.
I'm really mad.
I was out of control.
In 2006, actors Dean McDermott and Tori Spelling married after meeting on the Lifetime movie Mind Over Murder. They since had 5 children, but began to undergo public personal struggles starting in 2013. In December of that year, Us Weekly broke a story that McDermott had been unfaithful to Spelling. McDermott entered rehab the following month, followed by numerous other rumors regarding their troubled marriage. In April 2014, Lifetime debuted a docuseries titled True Tori, which addressed McDermott's cheating in the first episode.
I got a call from my publicist, and she said, I just want to tell you something. It's a girl, and she's claiming that she had an affair with Dean in Toronto when he was there.
The couple stayed together in the coming years, though were said to be undergoing a trial separation as of June 2022.
Quote, Dean has been caught in so many lies and infidelities over the years, and Tori is just over it.
Number 8. Charlie Sheen and the Black Book. At this point, the life and times of Charlie Sheen have been well documented, but back in the 1990s, much of it was the subject of speculation.
Hey, look, I'm not saying I don't trust you, and I'm not saying I do. But I don't.
In 1993, a woman named Heidi Fleiss was arrested for acting as a madam, operating a ring of sex workers in Los Angeles. Though Fleiss has been historically tight-lipped about her clientele, one name that leaked early was that of Hot Shots actor Charlie Sheen. This was due to a traveler's check with Sheen's name on it being found on Fleiss's person at the time of her arrest.
Heidi arranged women for Charlie back in the 1990s, and he testified against Fleiss after his name came up in her Black Book of Clients.
In 1995, Sheen testified at Fleiss's trial, confirming he'd used her service over 24 times.
I have never spoken to Charlie since then. At the time when he did testify against me, of course I had some harsh feelings, but I was young and I didn't understand why he was doing it.
Number 7. Jamie Foxx and Katie Holmes' relationship. Whereas some actors try to hide a breakup, others try to hide an entire 6-year relationship. Such was the case with Jamie Foxx and Katie Holmes, who reportedly dated from 2013 to 2019. In fact, rumors arose about them from the jump, but consistent repudiations kept news stories from presenting it as fact.
I saw pictures. Did you and Katie Holmes play basketball for Valentine's Day? Like some real loving basketball game? Uh-oh. Are we losing?
Fox and Holmes were even photographed holding hands on multiple occasions, but they continued to deny the claims.
So I guess some knucklehead who was here
with the
fam
phone.
Cam, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And I guess they tried to get money from it or whatever. I said, but you know, I mean, like I said, it's amazing what people will do to sell you out.
It wasn't until the pair split that the public got any confirmation they were ever together.
They are just both caught up in their own families, careers, and obligations that their relationship had to take a back seat.
It must take a lot to hide a relationship for half a dozen years, but good for them for keeping their private lives private as possible. Number 6. Ben Affleck and the Nanny. Ben Affleck has had a much publicized romantic life over the years, from Jennifer Lopez to Jennifer Gardner and back to Lopez, but it was a lesser-known woman who got the rumor mill going.
It's a bombshell report. Has Ben Affleck been dating the family nanny? And here she is, surrounded by paparazzi.
In 2015, Affleck and Garner announced their separation. That same year, reports began to circulate that Affleck had also entered a relationship with their children's nanny. Affleck threatened to file a lawsuit over the allegations at the time, but didn't.
All allegations of a romantic relationship are baseless and untrue.
In 2016, a year before the actors officially filed for divorce, Garner confirmed the tryst. However, Garner also claimed the two were already separated before she learned of the development.
We had been separated for months before I ever heard about the nanny. She had nothing to do with our decision to divorce.
Number 5. Ellen DeGeneres' sexuality. We'd like to think we're past speculating on someone's sexuality, but we definitely weren't back in the 1990s.
Has there ever been anyone you felt you clicked with? And what was his name? Susan?
Best known at the time for her self-titled sitcom, Ellen DeGeneres came out as a lesbian in 1997. It was even punctuated by her character coming out herself on her show. However, reports of the episode were leaked well in advance, leading many publications to question whether DeGeneres herself was planning on coming out.
Did you think I was gay?
Oh, wow. I'm sorry. I just kind of got that vibe.
Vibe? Like a gay vibe? You know, like I'm giving off some kind of gay vibration?
Others, meanwhile, wondered if the whole thing was merely a ratings ploy. Just a couple weeks prior to the episode's airing, however, DeGeneres put the story to bed by indeed confirming her sexuality.
Why do I have to be so ashamed? I mean, why can't I just say the truth? I mean, be who I am. I'm 35 years old. I'm so afraid to tell people. I mean, Susan, I'm gay.
Number 4. Kevin Spacey's accusations. What started as a playful cartoon gag became eerily shrewd in hindsight.
One of Hollywood's best-known actors, Kevin Spacey, the latest high-profile star caught up in allegations.
In the mid-2000s, vague rumors about actor Kevin Spacey's sexuality and dealings within made their way to the Family Guy writer's room. In response, the show featured a bit in a 2009 episode whereby baby Stewie fabricates having escaped from Spacey's basement.
$10, $5, $8 and I'll do it. Fine.
The clip began resurfacing in 2017 when Spacey was accused of having sexually harassed fellow actor Anthony Rapp when the latter was underage.
I'm beyond horrified to hear his story. I honestly do not remember the encounter. It would have been over 30 years ago. But if I did behave then as he describes, I owe him the sincerest apology for what would have been deeply inappropriate drunken behavior.
Several others have since come out with similar accusations, effectively halting Spacey's career and tarnishing his public image. Number 3. Arnold Schwarzenegger's illegitimate child. Actor Arnold Schwarzenegger's tenure as the governor of California came to an end in 2011. What also came to an end that year was his relationship with Maria Shriver.
This was without any doubt the biggest setback and the biggest failure.
Though their divorce wouldn't be finalized for another 10 years, what prompted the split was the discovery that Schwarzenegger had fathered a child in 1997 with their housemaid Mildred Baina.
You wrote that if you told her, then she would tell her family, and you'd be afraid that it would spin out from there.
Which exactly is what happened.
Schwarzenegger wasn't even aware of this until the boy started taking on his distinctive features, at which point he started providing financial support. Rumors regarding the child were finally put to bed in May of 2011 when Schwarzenegger confirmed the story.
Have you been able to be a father to Joseph, your son with Mildred?
Yes, and I will look at him as a son, and I will, take care of him financially and also of Mildred, so that's my obligation that I'm doing it.
Number 2. Brangelina. Hollywood power couples are nothing new, but few have marked the 21st century quite like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie.
Dance with me.
You don't dance.
It's just part of my cover, sweetheart.
From 2000 to 2005, Pitt was married to Jennifer Aniston of Friends fame, but their split sparked gossip about he and Jolie, his Mr. and Mrs. Smith co-star. Rumors had already circulated that Pitt and Jolie had gotten more than friendly on set, leading many to question if the timelines overlapped. Parties involved denied the claims, but in 2008, after Brangelina was well established, they confirmed they indeed fell in love on set, despite reaffirming there was no actual infidelity.
And do you feel that your relationship styles are more conducive to the sweet flow?
Sex question.
Well, that.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. The Harvey Weinstein scandal. The worst-kept secret in Hollywood was also one of the most egregious.
Congratulations, you 5 ladies no longer have to pretend to be attracted to Harvey Weinstein.
In 2017, the New York Times and the New Yorker published exposés on Harvey Weinstein and his so-called casting couches, with dozens of women accusing the movie producer of various forms of assault, going back decades.
These young women walked into what they all had reason to believe were business meetings with a producer, an employer. They were hopeful. They were expecting a serious conversation about their work or a possible project. Instead, they say he met them with threats and sexual demands.
Weinstein's shady practices were something of a dark joke in Hollywood beforehand, with numerous celebrities alluding to his skeezy ways. As of today, more than 100 women have come forward against Weinstein, leading to his arrest in 2018 and his sentencing in 2020 to 23 years in prison.
Judge telling the court today that this may be his first conviction, but it is not Harvey Weinstein's first offense.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.